This Able Carry 21-liter commuter backpack gets a lot of things right, but there are a couple of flaws that, in my opinion, hold it back from being a really great bag. I basically have two backpacks that I use, a really slim backpack that's really just for the essentials like laptop and stuff, and then another backpack that I could carry groceries and bigger, bulkier items. Able Carry reached out to me a few times to see if I wanted to test new bags, and I was finally ready to take on another bag and give it a go. I wanted to try another bigger backpack. It's priced well in comparison to all the other bags that are similar in its market in range and size, in terms of its design, in terms of the materials that are in the description for the latest prices and discount codes, or any of the updates I have to provide on the bag. Also, purchasing through those links does give me a little kickback at no extra cost to you. It does help support the channel. The design is nice. You'll notice that there is this like strap that goes throughout the bag here, the top carrying handle, which is very nice and comfortable, padded, and it goes all along the sides as well, here and here. You can put a U-lock here, which is one of the appeals of the bag, because I do bike a lot in the summer, and having a U-lock to pop in and out of my bag just makes it very easy and convenient. I believe it also helps to just hold the backpack together and distribute the weight, but also what it does is you can attach clips onto here. That I really like, because any way that I can add additional items to my bag, let's say I'm out traveling and I want to dangle a wet towel or extra clothes, pair of shoes, that really makes it convenient to do, and it doesn't take up any of the space in the inside of the bag. It is a pretty stiff bag. It can hold itself on the floor, and I don't really need to lean it against anything for the most part when I'm digging into the bag and using it. There's very subtle branding right here on the shoulder straps, and it says Able Carry. You also have very subtle branding on the front of the pack right here. It comes in multiple colors and materials. It comes in a Cordura nylon. It comes as well in an X-Pack. This is the X-Pack material. This is the X-Pack olive green. There's a contrasting interior, like so, and the interior color changes depending on the exterior color of the bag. I wanted to do something different that wasn't black, because I always tend to just go for black. I personally regret not having gone for black, because as a petite person with this backpack, I just kind of feel like I'm wearing a turtle shell, but that's really just a personal preference. They have quiet YKK zippers with this rubber-like type of material, but you can also put your finger in there to easily pull and close things. The main compartment zipper is a YKK AquaGuard waterproof zipper. The other zippers that are on the outside of the pack are not waterproof, but they do have a flap on them, so they are quite water resistant. But the main compartment, where you would have your laptop anyway, is AquaGuard waterproof. The bag is very comfortable. There's a very thick padded shoulder strap. The shoulder straps also have an elastic piece so that you could tuck away the excess straps a little bit. It works good enough. Breathable. On the back here, you even got all this breathable padded. You can see here that the bag also kind of conforms to your back. It's got this shape. The way that the straps attach to the bag at the bottom, it really is made to bring the bag close to your body. I find it very comfortable. I even noticed that this part here at the very top, it pops up a little bit, which just helps to distribute the bag a little bit more. If you ever notice hiking backpacks, they go towards the top of the bag, and it just helps to get the load closer to your body, closer to your shoulders. This did elevate a little bit higher on my back, and it wasn't bothersome at all. But I did notice that with my winter parka and like all of the hoods and everything, that the hood would sometimes just kind of get in the way in the back. Not get in the way, but I would notice it, because this did elevate a little bit higher on my back, and I like to wear my straps pretty tight so that it's comfortable and it's distributing all the weight towards my body, and it's a tight fit. And there are also sternum straps to keep it really comfortable and even closer to your body. Sternum strap is magnetic. When I was with my friends and I had this on and I had mittens on, I could easily take it on and off without any issue, and I really do like that, because I've had other bags where thin buckles and then it just got a little bit more difficult the moment I had mittens or gloves on, or my hands got cold. So the fact that I could easily put this on and off with winter mittens, big plus for me. On a night out with some friends, I had a backpack with different workout gear in it, and we were out in a little adventure in the evening. This sternum strap really did help keep the bag tightly on me. I was running around a little bit, like obviously it will jiggle a little bit side to side if you're going crazy, if you're doing parkour or something on that bag, then it doesn't have a waist strap. But I found that the chest strap really helped to keep the bag secure on me, but it also helped to distribute the load a little bit. If you don't want it, not a problem. You could remove it. Clean, tucked away. You don't even see it. But I like that they thought of that for the design. You can also move its location up and down depending on where you want it to sit on your body. There's a little bit of strap management right here. I do find that the sternum strap is a little bit on the short side with my winter jacket on because it is a bit poofier. I did find I was almost at the maximum. I think that for most human-sized people, I don't know why I said human-sized people. That was weird. For most humans, unless you're John Cena or The Rock and you are just the width of 8 trucks, it won't be an issue. But that is just something I wanted to keep in mind because if you are a wider human and then you have a winter jacket that's thick, that could be possibly an issue for you on the sternum strap. But then at that point, I feel like a lot of things won't fit quite right. 95% of my audience are not subscribed to my channel. I am Gadget Queen Jess. I review a bunch of other bags. I've reviewed cycling gear. I also review coffee. And I review anything else that I really like that gives me pleasure and joy and helps improve my life and enhance my life in some way. So you may discover something new by subscribing. And it costs you nothing, by the way. Just click that button. Now let's get into the main part, the compartment, because you are literally putting things in there. That's the whole point of a backpack. If you go on their marketing page, you'll notice that they have something called the A-frame. You'll notice that this bag also does kind of have an A shape in it. This is actually one of the flaws that I want to bring up. They talk about the A-frame helping with not having the bag being saggy, helping with heavier loads, and it absolutely does do that. But I do find that there is also an issue with the bag. If you notice the shape here, it goes from small to big. Things kind of get stuck at the bottom here. So let's open up the pack. The zipper doesn't go all the way. It ends right about here where the straps are on both sides. Even when you open the bag, it tends to bunch up. It makes it hard to reach things at the bottom of your bag. There's not a lot of organization in here. If you are somebody that loves tech pouches or you're carrying big bulky items, then it's not going to be an issue for you. In terms of what's in here, contrasted color. You have a big laptop compartment in here. It can fit a 16-inch laptop. It's a suspended laptop case, so it'll be protected when you do put the bag down, which is great. Padded in the front, padded in the back. Your laptop's gonna be very safe here. Very easy to pack the laptop and pull it out. I have a MacBook Max 14-inch. You can also fit an 11-inch iPad right here. You have a double elastic mesh pocket here. The mesh feels really nice. It's nice fabric. And it stretches. The material is quite stretchy, but also this top part, it has an elastic as well. You can fit an 11-inch iPad. I don't have an 11-inch iPad, but I do have a little notebook. And it fits nicely right there. The front mesh pocket is less deep than the back pocket. What they also do have, which I really love, is not one, but 2 pen loops here. I love that. So underrated. I'm not sure why some backpacks just don't have pen loops. Do people not go around with notebooks and pens? You also have another small pocket here with the zipper. That's pretty much all you have in terms of organization in the main compartment. So this is really a type of bag that you will throw things and dump them in there, gym clothes and shoes. When you have it open like this, it will tend to just push in a way that it makes it even harder to reach your bag. Depending on what I loaded in here, I would often struggle with fitting things into here how I liked it. Due to its shape and how it loads, I find it difficult to pack efficiently, and I don't feel like I could pack as much as another bag I own that is a 20-liter capacity, especially with the water bottle packed and the mesh pockets full. Small things can find their way to the bottom and get a little bit lost and hard to pull out. So I would really advise, if you have a lot of little things to use tech accessory, tech pouches, use the mesh pocket and the inner zippered pocket. And I have read other reviews. Other people have had the same issue, but there's tons of reviews that people love this bag. So it's really what type of packer you are and what you need out of a bag. This is something that is good with the bag. It is extremely of a sleek looking bag on the outside because it's got all these hidden pockets everywhere that you don't really see because of the design, but they also do not have their own volume. So if you plan to pack this bag fully, I do find it will be challenging to remove things easily, especially if you only need to get a couple of things out. If you're going somewhere and you unload your entire bag and then you load it again, less of an issue. If you're just grabbing a couple of things, especially if they're small, they can get lost at the bottom. And it can be a little bit of a Tetris situation because the front compartment does not have its own volume. It shares the volume with the back, but quite cavernous. quite a lot that you could fit in here. You have that same nice elastic material. I really do like this material that you can throw different things in here. I have, it's always fun in these bag reviews to see what comes out of my bags. I have hand warmers because, because when I was on my little nighttime adventure with my friends, we were looking at artwork outside in dead of February and it was very cold. I brought hand warmers so I wouldn't, lose fingers. And then we have a little zipper right here to put things, gum, and apparently hand warmers. You can sling it across your shoulder and then grab things. Have a key ring here. I like the key ring. It's simple. It's just a clip, which means I can just attach my regular key to it without it being some sort of proprietary system. I did notice that it is removable, very easy to remove. It's just looped in. I couldn't find another spot to secure this in, so I don't think that there's actually more than one spot you can put it in. I wish that they did have one more spot to secure this in. The front compartment could be a good way to use the space and have the smaller knickknacks in, or like throw a notebook in here, for example. That fits really nicely in here. A book, if you're, on the subway or metro reading. The water bottle compartment, very interesting. Hidden on this second zipper back here. This is interesting to use, to have a water bottle pocket design there. I've never seen a bag with that so far. That was pretty cool. But then like once or twice, it was just like a quick mistake, is that I would try to access my water bottle compartment, but I would open the front compartment instead. It's a very big water bottle compartment, which I really do like. For example, this Lark 1 liter water bottle, I have a review on my channel. I'll link this in the description if you're curious. I'm able to fit this very easily in this water bottle compartment, which I love because a lot of these other bags that have these hidden tucked away water bottles, great, you can't accidentally lose it if you're running around cartwheeling and it won't fall off because it's not on the outside. But it does eat up the interior pack space. This is the water bottle right here. If my bag was very full and then I would throw my water bottle in, it was nearly impossible to get a water bottle, and especially not this 1 liter size. If you have a smaller water bottle, I could manage to like shove it in, but then I'd kind of have to shake things around in my pack to move it. That's an issue with all bags that have these hidden water bottle compartments because they always end up taking the space on the inside of your pack. It is a toss-up between how you want to pack your bag and having it hidden and having it sleek, and then not only just hidden, but having it also secure, so it's zippered up, it can't fall out. There is one more compartment, and it is in the back. You don't have an accessory compartment per se that you often will find at the top of packs, but you do have this hidden compartment. I find it difficult to get into this pack, and I have pretty small hands. There's this rigidity in the back. It feels like what's inside of a dual tang almost, and that's what goes through this entire back, and it helps to keep it shaped. It is this deep, but it is difficult to access. You could put a phone in here. I would not put a wallet in here, especially if you have a thick wallet. Maybe a Metro card, passport, extra cash, valuable thin things like that when you're traveling, especially because it's pretty hidden and it's right on your back, tucked away and hidden from thieves if that's something that you're worried about. And because it goes all the way down, it's about right here. Because you have some padding in here, you're very unlikely to feel it, especially if you're putting a passport in there. So if you want to get this bag, but what I find are flaws or downsides, you aren't sure if that will be an issue for you or not, they actually do have a 14-day money-back guarantee, so you can try the bag, see if this is an issue for you. You may end up loving this bag, and everything that I mentioned that for me were personally downsides may not be an issue for you at all, and you may end up loving this bag. It may be your perfect EDC. They also have a lifetime guarantee. I haven't been able to test it out with them yet. I have with other companies, like I think it was JanSport and North Face, that I taken them up on that when I had an issue with the bag and it broke at some point, and then I got a new bag. I haven't tested it with them because I haven't had any issues with the bag. If you have experience with that, please comment below to help other people out. But that is something that you do not see very often. So they stand by their bag, by the guarantee. Craftsmanship on the bag is excellent. The materials that they use are really great. It's just the way that it fits things. So I would be inclined to say that their smaller bag, like the 13 day pack, if you're just looking for essentials, would be really great. I'll link that as well in the description. You can use my discount code. It is actually originally the bag I wanted to test out, and then I was like, I need a bigger bag for most of my daily life and grocery shopping. That's why I went with this bag. If you are interested in another small backpack from another brand though, you can check out this review right here. If you're looking for another bag that is about the same size as this, a 20 liter, you can check out this video right here, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.